Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new or you're passing by. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Jordan. Today I'm going to be doing another kind of like Q&A type of video. If you've been on my channel for a while, I love doing Q&As. I do them pretty frequently just because I feel like new people are always passing by other people's channels, and sometimes when it's the first video that they see and they really like get to know you and your personality, I think that's like what makes someone want to subscribe, is really seeing like what type of person you are. Plus they're just really fun and casual for me to just like sit down and chit chat with you guys. I feel like you get to learn more about me, and I also get to connect with you guys better. But I do also know that now that I have over 200,000 of you guys like on my channel, I know a lot of you already know the basics. You know about me and my son and I don't know, like my corny attitude and that I like to ramble, and like you're already so familiar with me. So seeing another just basic Q&A about stuff about my life may kind of bore the people who have already been on my channel for a while and they already know that info. So if you are super new, I will leave a Q&A down below where you can kind of get to know me. So for today's Q&A, I wanted to just narrow it down into one topic. Maybe I can do this every week if you guys end up liking this or it interests you. Leave whatever kind of like topics in the comments that I can make another Q&A on. So today I went on Snapchat and I asked you guys, I let you know I wanted to do a relationship Q&A. Relationships and also breakups. Anything having to do with maybe my experiences with breakups or relationships or intimacy or anything like under that realm. Usually I'll ask on Instagram, but today I have to pick up my little one in like an hour, so I have to do this one kind of fast. So I just hit up my Snapchat family. If you're not following me on Snapchat or Instagram, they're both public, so feel free to do so you can be a part of the next video. So yeah, today's questions are just all about relationships, and you guys like literally went in on the questions on Snapchat. I feel like I'm really close with my Snapchat fam. Sometimes I'll just go on there like before I go to bed and I'll like rant to you guys about my day or talk to you. So yeah, if you're not following me on Snap, definitely do so. A lot of you guys are sending chats for this Q&A. Maybe you didn't want to like send me a video, but I do like videos and I like interacting with you guys. So those of you who sent me a video, I'm going to play those now and just get into this Q&A. So yeah, if you are new, subscribe down below. Hello, to be notified of like my future videos. And let's just get into this. Let's play this first video here.
Hi Jordan, I just want to say you're cute as fuck and I love your channel and your son. Oh my god. What do you look for in a guy? Have a good day.
Oh, you are so adorable. I have got to do these Snapchat Q&As more because I love seeing you guys on camera. Just like seeing the people who watch my videos and comment on video is very sweet to me, and I do appreciate it. What'd she say? Okay, what do I look for in a guy? I've mentioned this in other videos, but the number one thing is if I'm going to stay with someone long term or possibly marry them is that they have to be amazing to my son. I realize that my son is not their kid and they don't have to be like his father, but if they're going to be with me, they definitely do need to be a responsible, mature, great father figure. Like, you know, eventually we're going to live together and like be together long term. I'm at the point right now where I'm not going to date someone unless I see a future with them or unless I see it going long term, because I am so over my old like dating phase of, you know, dating like multiple people, or just with Christian now, I am so ready to meet the person who I'm going to stay with and marry. So of course other things, maturity, responsibility, loyalty. My mom always tells me if we don't have trust, we don't have anything. And I think that's so true in a relationship, but you definitely have to be 100% down for my son, and to be like a good influence on him is huge. All right, let's go to this one. Oh, it's just a little picture. She said, how old do you think you should be to start dating?
Hey girl, is you in a relationship? Tell the truth.
Oh my god, I love that filter. She said, and girl, is you in a relationship? You better tell the truth. I don't know if you guys could hear that. No, I am not in a relationship right now. And she said, how old do I think you should be to start dating? I think it's totally up to you. And if you're younger, of course, your parents are going to play a role as well to let you know like when you can go out on dates and stuff. I had my first real boyfriend who I really, really liked and fell for and had like real legit feelings for when I was like 17. We dated from 16 to like 19. He was so sweet. I still know him to this day. He's still an amazing person. I think I went on like dates before then, but I think at least 16 and up is when you can really start like getting those feelings and like having something genuine, but that's just my opinion. Let's go ahead and scroll to another chat. Foxy J 2013 said, what's the longest relationship that you have been in? Definitely my son's dad. We were like on and off together for like 5 years. Of course, we like broke up a few times, got back together, but yeah, almost 5 years. Let's go to this one.
Jordan, I was just wondering if you have ever had a bad breakup and how did you deal with it? Love you, girl.
Aw, you're so sweet. Love you too. Yes, I have actually. I had a really, really bad breakup a few months ago. It actually wasn't like a breakup because I was never like officially this person's girlfriend. It's that whole like new nowadays, like what people do nowadays when they are only talking to each other and they obviously only like each other and they're physically attracted to each other, but they're not like together. But I spent like 8 months talking to this person and I fell so hard for him. Way harder than I should have. It was the first time in a very, very long time that I felt super strongly about someone, and I fell for this dude so freaking quick. I don't even know why. Like, I can't even tell you. There was just something about him that attracted him to me so much, and he broke it off like right before my birthday. Oh my god, I had the worst birthday, you guys. I went out with my girlfriends and ended up just like crying, and it was such a bad night. But anyways, I honestly do not have like the best advice of how to get over a breakup, because even like with this guy, like months, I was so upset, of course. I had so many feelings for him, was really sad and just depressed honestly for a while, because you go so long thinking that someone feels the same about you, and it's really scary to really put your heart out there, because at any moment that other person can just be like, you know what, yo, like I don't feel the same about you. And then if you were really invested in that relationship, you're the one that gets let down and heartbroken and hurt. And all I can really say is like time heals all, because at the beginning, like the first 2 or 3 months after my birthday, I was just crushed, crying all the time, and like, I don't know, he was someone who I met and I really saw it going far in the future. He's an amazing person, like driven with goals. I thought he would be great to be in my son's life. Like, so I was just let down on so many levels, and it was really hard for me to get through it. Even now, honestly, you guys, 6 to 7 months later, there's still times when I think about that like whole situation and that person. I get very down and I can cry easily when I hear a certain song, or I like can go back and see pictures of us. We used to like FaceTime a lot, so I have like screenshots on my phone of our FaceTime conversations, and I don't know, like sometimes you think you're over something and then you'll just be in the shower or like, I don't know, shower or like in anything, doing any type of thing throughout the day is what I'm saying, and you can just like, all those emotions will come back to you out of nowhere, and it's like, I don't know, it really just rips your heart open. That one really got me really bad. Even more, I want to say even more than my son's dad did. And I was with my son's dad for like 5 years. This other person I was only talking to for like 6 to 8 months. But I don't know, it's just like when you meet someone, there's something about them. You just think this is the one, or like this is gonna last super long or forever. And then when it doesn't, it's just like your whole world is over. So I don't know, I really got in my feels about that one. I would say just time heals all. At the beginning, it hurts so bad, and then, I don't know, and even in a few more months, I'll probably be more healed myself. In a year, maybe it won't even hurt anymore, but the more invested you are, the more it hurts when it's over, for sure.
Girl, so my question for you is how to deal with fuckboys, because I've dealt with too many of them, and I'm just so over it.
Girl, coming in clean with that dog filter. How to deal with fuckboys. You know what I've learned? Don't. Just don't even do it. Even if you have a breakup and you want to go out and be in your hoe phase and go out and get with whoever, first of all, be safe. Protection is key. Safe sex is great sex. Lil Wayne coming through with the lyrics. But don't deal with fuckboys. If you're in that mentality and you want to sleep with someone and you want to be safe with them, do what you do, but just like know that if it's an asshole or a fuckboy who you're gonna sleep with, just know that they're not gonna treat you well after. Like, have your mindset right at the beginning, because I have slept with someone before where I thought he was a good guy and stuff, and he totally wasn't. He was an asshole, definitely a fuckboy. And you know, afterwards you kind of think things are going to be different. They're going to hit you the next morning with that good morning beautiful text, and they don't. So just know, like, prepare yourself ahead of time if you're going to go in that situation. But honestly, don't even start talking to someone or give someone your time unless they appreciate you, they value you, and they show you that they're going to give you that love and that energy back. I think it's very obvious to tell when a guy really likes you and when he doesn't, because when he does, he will put in the effort and you will never have to question it. So if you're sitting there asking yourself, questioning, does this guy like me? Does he want to be with me? Honestly, sorry to tell you, the answer is probably no. Because when a guy wants something, it's very obvious how he goes after it. He will text you back. Friday night, he doesn't have any plans, he will definitely hit you up to do something. If not, like, you need to really open your eyes and see the signs and realize that maybe he's not ready for that yet, or maybe he just doesn't want to be with you. And sometimes it really sucks to open your eyes and realize that, but sometimes that's what you gotta do, because you gotta just push them to the side and move over and be like, on to the next, you know?
I love you so much. My question is, what are some signs that a boy likes you and that he's not just playing you?
Hey girl, love that filter. A lot of you guys are coming in with the good filters today. Signs that a guy likes you. I would say does not respond to text or calls hours and hours later. What I really hate is when people give me excuses like, oh, I was doing this for 10 hours. Oh, sorry, I didn't hit you back up yesterday. Like, it's 2016, everyone has their phone, everyone is on Snapchat. Don't let them play you with those excuses. Obviously, people are busy sometimes, but if someone wants to talk to you, they will reply right back to you. Someone who's willing to introduce you to their friends or their family really means that they really do like you and value you. Also, what I appreciate is when someone calls me instead of texting me. If they call to ask how my day is going, or they just put in that extra effort to really ask how I'm doing and like not just talk about themselves for the whole text or the whole call, and they're really interested and invested in who you are as a person, I think that is very like obvious that someone has real feelings for you.
Jordan, I'm Tristy from Canada, and I want to know what your worst breakup story is, because I've been through some bad ones.
Aw, you're so little. How have you been through horrible breakups, girl? I don't know how old you are, but you look really young. I feel bad. I just talked about that a few questions ago about my worst like breakup, which was like a few months ago, and it was really, really painful.
If you could go anywhere on a date, where would you go?
Ooh, that's a good one. If I could go anywhere on a date, where would I go? I don't know. I guess I would just like someone who has a sense of adventure and a sense of surprise, who would just call me and be like, I'm picking you up, you don't know where we're going. Someone who would plan something ahead of time would be really nice. Even if it's like nothing, even if it's just like a free date at the park or on a hike or something. I do love Disneyland, but it definitely doesn't have to be something expensive, or like rather than going out to like a super fancy restaurant, I would like something way more casual. Just knowing that someone thought of you ahead of time and put in the work to plan something is like what I appreciate.
Where do you get your earrings from? I always have trouble finding cute, affordable earrings that don't mess with my ears. You should really do the 10 baby names that I like, but when it...
Girl!
I'd love to know what you have in mind for future children.
Girlfriend, this is a relationship Q&A. Baby girl, you're sending in the wrong questions. But I do get most of my jewelry from Forever 21. And I'm not doing no baby name challenge because I'm not having any more babies. Okay, the username on this one is DragAnADT, I think. They said, what is the craziest thing a guy has ever asked of you? Let me just sit on that question real quick. I mean, there's multiple things. I'm not saying that they happen, but some guys' imaginations just like to run wild, I guess. I mean, we all like different things, but I don't even know. So much weird shit. I mean, some guys just like to eat the booty like groceries, and some females are just not about that life. Loma, OYOH, I think, she said, what would you recommend to people who just want casual sex? How to be prepared for it mentally and physically? Thanks. That just goes back to, it's totally up to you, like what you do. I think you verbally have to agree with someone on the same level. If you both know that it's going nowhere and you just want to hook up with each other and you're being safe about it, then I would say go for it. But it's just really hard because any type of sexual relations, I feel like, always leads to feelings, or at least some kind of feelings. But definitely what's the worst is when one person just wants to be casual and hook up and then the other person starts getting feelings. That's where it gets all messy. So I would say just talk to the person about it face to face, in person, or over the phone, like no text. Be mature. If you're gonna have sex with someone, you need to be mature enough to talk to them about these things, and make sure you're both on the same page. Make sure you're both like, yeah, I have feelings for you, I do too, cool, let's see where this goes. Or if that person tells you straight up like, yo, this is all I want, be cool with that before you do it, like before you sleep with them. Or if you're not cool with that, don't sleep with them. Don't feel pressured. Just make sure that you're on the same page and that you're both like mature enough to recognize what the situation is. Because I've been in a situation before where I caught feelings or someone else did, and that was not like the intention, and it sucks, and it's like kind of unfair to the other person. So definitely just be cool and like talk about it first. So Esmaria 1, I think, she said, what to do if a guy you're dating tries to get in your pants and you don't want him to. This recently happened and he broke up with me. Girl, love you and your positive energy. Love you too. You know what I have to say to that? That is not the one for you. Tell him to fuck off and delete his number. If someone will ever not be with you or not talk to you because you will not complete any type of like sexual act, tell him, boy, bye. Show him where the door is, slam it, and do not look back. We don't have time for that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Some of these questions, y'all, I'm like, should I put these in the video? I don't want to say this person's Snapchat name. I don't know if they like want to be put out there. They said, have you ever had sex with a guy who just didn't know what he was doing? And then it goes on to say some other like sexual things. I mean, whoever I've slept with in my life, they've known what they were doing. I mean, it's pretty, the initial act itself is pretty obvious what to do. But yeah, obviously there's other like foreplay and other things that have to happen where I have not honestly had like the best experiences. I've never had like horrible sex. Have I? No, but I've had some not so great sex in my life, which I do not need to repeat ever. Let me just say this, when a guy is super drunk, that's a no-no. They do get really horny when they're drunk, duh. I mean, when I drink, like everyone wants to be all over each other and like cute and kissing and like all cuddly. Like I'm the type of person who gets so sweet when I'm drunk, and I'll be super lovey-dovey. I'm not the type of drunk to be like, fuck you, and be like an angry drunk. I know some people get like real angry, all up in the feelings. Thank God I don't do that. I prefer people who get like more like sexual, not like you want to like sleep with me, but just like more like lovey and nice when they're drunk and funny and like cracking jokes. That's totally me. I don't really prefer like the angry drunks. But anyways, back to the question. If a guy is super drunk, yeah, that's not the greatest for sex in my opinion. And also too, the guys who are just so demanding and they want you to do everything for them that they ask, but they don't want to do anything back for you. I'll leave it at that. Or they just want to, I don't know, just get what they want super fast and then they're out. Those are also another kind of like not good sexual situations that I have been in. But yeah, I definitely do not need to repeat any of those anytime in the near future.
What age do you want to get married?
What age do I want to get married? Whenever the time comes, y'all. I would have been happy getting married this year, last year, the year before. I think before I had my son, I wasn't like in any type of rush. Even now, I'm not like in a rush, but my son is 3.5 and I am just so ready to find the person who I'm gonna be with and marry and stay with so we can have our little family and my son can have an amazing father figure to look up to. So anytime, girlfriend, in the near future, when the person who God has for me walks into my life or we start dating or start talking, I'm not saying I need to get engaged or married all quick or anything. I'll definitely take a long time dating that person, getting to know them, like making sure they're right for me. But whenever that person does come into my life, I'm down to start dating them right away. And like once I really feel that spark with someone and I know that that's the one for me, I'm gonna jump on it. Sherry Almond Love said, what are your top 3 favorite features on a guy? I'm all about them eyes and arms. Girl, me too. There's so many. I don't know. I mean, you don't honestly have to be the hottest person ever. If you have a good personality and you can make me laugh, making me laugh is like one of the #1 things. I absolutely love laughing, of course. I just love being in a good mood and feeling positive. So yeah, good personality, just like making me laugh. A little bit of facial hair, I prefer. But if you do have like a full beard, cool. If you don't, cool. I don't know, I think it's like sexy when it's like shaven a little bit. Just clean cut, as long as you just have like, not necessarily like a nice expensive outfit, but if you're just put together and you smell good, I'm down for that. There's so many things, but those are probably like the top features. Nick asked, what do you think is the best birth control method? Gosh, I don't want to necessarily say anything and have some of you be like, oh, I started this one because of you, I took your advice. No, baby girl. Like, take your own advice or your doctor's advice, do what is best for you. I personally, the one that I've been using is called Yaz. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. I know there was like a lawsuit against it. Some people hate it, some people love it. I've had friends who've had the Mirena and then also the copper IUD, I think it is, and they have said it hurts like a bitch to get in. Of course, hopefully it does its job after that point, but I know like initially it's super painful. Honestly, like that's not a question for me, you guys, because I'm not a doctor. Like, obviously just take something, be careful, and also like use double protection. I mean, of course you just want to be very safe, especially when you're first dating someone and you don't know like where they've been. Also, that's another thing, be really mature with the person you're talking to and ask them about STDs and about their past like sexual history before sleeping with them. That goes back to like, if you're not mature enough to have that talk with someone, you're not mature enough to sleep with them. So just maybe you might think you're ready for sex, you know, earlier than you are, like, but ask yourself, if you're not ready to have that conversation face to face with someone, like, what are you doing sleeping with that person, you know? I don't know, I just want the best for you guys. I don't want any of you to ever catch anything because it's horrible, and I just want you guys to be as safe as possible. Maritzers, I think it is, said, when you're pregnant, is it still safe or enjoyable to have sex? Honestly, like, that's up to you and your partner, I guess. I wasn't pregnant for very long. As you guys know, my son came out months early. Like, I was literally pregnant like that. I had a really bad pregnancy experience. I didn't feel good all the time. I had a lot of acne. I just felt like shit. Like, some people say, oh, I loved being pregnant. That was not me. I honestly did not have a good pregnancy at all, like physically and mentally. So I was like, I know that I was like not like in the mood to have sex or sleep with someone, my son's dad, I mean whoever I was with, because I felt so shitty. I guess it depends on everyone. Like, if you're having a great pregnancy and you feel up to it, of course, like, just like make sure your partner goes easy on you because you're carrying their baby, you know? But I don't know, that's like personal preference as well. Okay, this video is super long. As usual, most of my Q&As are, because I like to be so chatty. But if you stayed till the end, thank you so much for watching. If I didn't get to your question, I can probably do another like relationship Q&A coming up soon, and let me know in the comments what you guys want the next Q&A like topic to be. If you were new here, thank you so much again just for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!